It's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
And welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Milton Glueck along with Dr. Calvin Finch. We have Mark Peterson, and we have your questions. If you call us at 210-308-8867. The nursery looks absolutely gorgeous today. All the bright colors, the deep reds, the oranges, the yellows, and then Calvin.
The bougainvillea topiaries.
Yeah. Should we wait until Trace comes to talk about the new Misty
Salvia.
Misty Spires?
No, Misty Salvia. It is the newest.
Hi, did you want to ask a question? Can we come on the air with us?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
It's really easy.
It's easy. Okay, Calvin, you're on. All right, 210-308-8867. It's the newest what?
Oh, I was going to say the newest succession and long line of crosses of Mealy Blue Sage and other blue sages. So this is a derivative of Mystic Spires.
Okay.
That's always been my favorite. It's been a favorite for many years now. This is the new one. It's called Misty Salvia.
Okay. Well, it sure is pretty.
And that's the only way I'm going to be able to remember it.
Okay.
Is it's not Spires.
No, it's not Spires? Oh, it's just, okay.
Misty Salvia.
Oh, I thought y'all were talking. Hey there, David. You want to come on and talk with us?
Hey, look who's here.
It's David Rodriguez.
David Rodriguez.
Uh-oh, he's taking a drink.
No, he's wetting his whistle.
Yeah.
He's been talking for a long time now.
He has been. I understood, too, without a mic. No.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, David.
I was just talking to Trace Hazlett.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Oh, I'm David Rodriguez. He just said David Rodriguez.
Yeah.
That's okay.
No, but you're with the Bear County.
Yeah. What's your title?
Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service, Bear County Horticulturalist.
I thought I trained him better than that.
You know him, you love him, you can't live without him. He's David Rodriguez.
Uh-huh. I just told Trace I always get excited spring and through most of the year when I come over to Milberger's Landscape Nursery on 1604 in Bulverde. Man, they got beautiful. They're packed.
Yeah.
Customers and inventory. We did a vegetable talk. They got a great selection of vegetables, herbs, annuals, perennials, and much, much more.
And we got 3 porterweeds left.
3 porterweeds that Dr. Finch is going to purchase before he leaves.
No kidding.
He got the other 21.
I got the other 6.
Great supporter of the Texas Superstar Plant Program. They carry a lot of good stuff. It's so exciting. I love coming to the nurseries and seeing what's happening and all the pretty. And, you got certified nursery professionals, seasoned employees that can help you. It might be crazy on the weekend, but, they try to put good signage on everything with prices. And so it's nice over here. Very beautiful.
Is he negotiating a new contract?
He must be. Yes.
So how did you had a lot of people there,
We did pretty good.
Yeah.
We did pretty good. A lot of good questions.
Maybe about 30,
that sounds about right. An extension.
Okay, I counted 20.
An extension comment.
You were close.
35.
Okay.
So it's all good.
What kind of, and you got something too. What'd you get?
One of the recommendations when I do the vegetable talks is try something that's been reliable, that has made the season of the market, extension varieties, something new and unique, and something ethnic, particularly on edible crops, just to try it. See how, just to try it. And so I've never tried this Micro Tom tomato.
Oh, Mark was talking about that the other day.
I purchased one earlier this week.
Oh, cool. We can see how it performs.
See what happens. Yeah.
So this thing is a 4-inch container. The plant's about 3 inches tall with a lot of little flowers on it, and then some on the table have fruit already on it.
Oh, my goodness, that's right.
And then they have some beautiful, beautiful hanging baskets as well. So,
what a cool idea.
Yeah, so what's the thing we've always, all these years, is get the kids encouraged in the gardening experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this would be a pretty cool one for the little ones to grow and have success with it, right? And start them out.
How big are the tomatoes going to be?
They're small. They're like
they're like smaller than cherries.
You think they'll respond more to that than those big watermelons? Huh?
Big watermelons. Yeah, let's try to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, add that to their spring experience. I think that would be a lot of fun. So Micro Tom.
And we have mini flats over here.
Oh, good. Okay.
Pretty cool. And then all the other extension varieties, new varieties, and things really, really worth trying in your garden in the spring. Excellent selection of herbs and others. So pretty cool.
What kind of questions did you get today?
I covered quite a bit. Back to the principles and basics. Plan. Write your notes down. Varieties. We covered I'm getting a little bit more on these talks, more of the families, knowing the families and why. Maybe a little bit crop rotation, because we're very limited on space and what we really want to grow. So kind of spacing things out, not planting the same type or within that family. And entertained a lot of questions, too, at the end. So I think it went pretty well.
Good.
David,
good.
We had an interesting interview with somebody you would appreciate, too, Dr. Hall.
Oh, Charlie came by?
Yeah, and
we called Charlie.
We talked about the
mental health
impact on
good
gardening with the.
So did he call or come by?
He just called.
Oh, doctor, yeah, he's in the game.
Yeah.
He's good.
He's in the game for
He's very
good. Good to hear that.
He's very articulate.
I mentioned that is because you mentioned the thing I noticed back when we did that research was that
David, you're on the radio. Does it help to talk into the mic, or does it help to talk to the side of the mic? No, not you. Him.
No, we're pulling fun.
There you go.
The parents, with the thing about the gardening was that it brought the parents into the school.
The family.
That's it.
Yeah.
So one thing I always talk is get the kiddos involved.
Yeah.
Right? Get the family involved from planting to maintaining, harvesting, preparing, and sitting the family down as a meal.
Yeah.
And then not from us or the youngins, the real youngins, but anyone of any capacity that remember gardening, but they're unable to garden. Maybe this is a time that we take them some plants, container.
I think that'd be nice.
Help them out because they remember, and that's puts smiles on a lot of people's faces.
No doubt. Hey, did she have a question?
Yeah.
Okay, David, thank you so much.
Okay, guys, have a blessed weekend, and good seeing you and talking to you.
Grab the microphone.
Hand her the microphone.
Hand the mic. You'll be on the air.
Now, okay, ready? You ready?
She's got it. She's an old hat.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
She's been here before.
I have. Not really, though. I have a question, though, that's got to be rampant. We just relocated here from Houston.
Okay. Oh, congratulations.
Oh, we're super happy.
Yeah.
Super happy. We're struggling with the rockiness,
Oh.
and specifically the beds behind our retaining walls. And we've moved into a house that has an established yard, established oak trees. What would be the best thing in those back beds that will give us a little bit of privacy from the retaining wall to the back of the house?
Lots of choices for hollies. Is it sunny or shady or?
Well, that's the problem. Part of it gets full afternoon sun, and part of it gets full morning sun, but nothing gets 24 hours sun.
Well, the good news is that the hollies would be able to tolerate that.
Hollies, okay.
Yeah, Burford holly, if you want one that's 7 or 8 feet tall.
Okay.
The dwarf, if you want something that's 6 or 7 feet.
Yeah, something a little smaller, the 6 or 7.
And they are used to our rocky soil, and they prosper in it pretty well.
Okay, awesome. That's a great starting point. And then the next question I have is even more simplistic. What zone are we in? Half of my guides are telling me 7, half are telling me 8.
Neither.
Okay,
we ignore it. The zones just don't fit us here.
Okay, that's what I was after. Yeah. We've been here 2 years, and I'm like, it says we're in the right zone, and nothing's happening.
Well, they keep switching it too, and so it just is not. It works for predicting what's going to happen in a lot of other areas,
right?
But much less predictable here.
It was, yeah. Okay, so I should just ignore the zone question altogether.
Yeah. So to answer your question, 35 years ago we were 8A and B.
Right.
Now we are 9B and 8A.
Oh.
Depending on which side of town you're on.
Okay, north side, way north.
So you're A.
Okay.
8A.
8A. Okay.
So, but here's the thing. Texas weather does not look on those USD plant zones.
Right, that's correct. I mean, it is a little unpredictable.
So we just try to, what our experience is, this is when we plant. We know we may get a freeze later on.
Right.
We do know that our weather is perpetual drought, broken only by periods of heavy flooding.
Right. That I have figured out.
Yeah.
I came from the other way, perpetual flood.
Yeah.
Series.
So when you look at the literature right now, what is published is that we have moved into 9.
Okay,
or
so
9 has moved into us, but it depends on what side of town you are. I know it's a wasp. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's a good wasp.
It's not going to get me.
It's a good wasp. It's one of the brown ones.
We like wasps. They're pollinating for me.
So that's to answer your question, but as what we've learned here.
Okay.
As like, don't hold too much attention to it.
Okay.
Don't pay too much attention.
Perfect. All right. Let me go shopping and do a little bit more shopping.
Now I'm going to throw my 2 cents in there is also Yopon.
Okay.
Native Yopon. And there's a nice variety called Pride of Houston.
Okay. I'll remember that.
Because it tends to have fruit on it.
Oh.
So
yeah, you could all of the hollies would do well, so you could kind of pick and choose, and there's of course a lot of selection.
But they come in male and female.
Okay, so you need to make sure you have both, so you're cross pollinating.
Well, no, we have plenty of pollen in the air.
Okay,
but you want the female
cedar pollen. Y'all have a lot of cedar pollen.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
And oak,
and we're proud of it.
And oak. Nearly killed me my first year here, but I'm getting better now. I'm adjusting.
I have one day a year problem where that's it. I'm done.
Yeah. Inside, no.
So some of if you want some lower stuff, that's the shrubs.
Okay.
Some of the salvias we've been talking about do well in sun and shade.
I did buy some of these salvias.
Yeah. So that's the newest bougie one.
Okay.
That's a beauty.
It's a beauty.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Isn't it pretty?
Well, I'm going to mention it now and then let Trace talk about it.
Yeah.
That's Misty Salvia.
If we're going to add
788, the number one
another species to it, even the viburnums would work.
So you want something bigger? Kind of a foundational type stuff? Yeah.
I'm not looking for a manicured garden. I just want something that is deer resistant because we have a ton of deer where we're at.
Then you're probably better off with the viburnum or the Yopon holly.
Yeah.
Okay, viburnum or Yopon.
Yeah. I think there's some resistance with all the hollies,
but
those are the native ones, and so
well, I've never the Burford holly. I've never seen them pass out, but
okay, stay away from the Burford holly.
As
much as I like it,
so that's a little bit different than my experience.
We have a herd of deer that crosses through the yard every day. It's up to 18 right now.
Yes, and salvias are supposed to be deer resistant in most neighborhoods during what?
Awesome.
Most neighborhoods at most times of the year?
Yes, and under some conditions
Okay.
He's very careful.
And viburnums, the deer don't eat the viburnums either.
Okay. Well, I have some shopping to do, gentlemen.
All
Thank you.
Cool, thank you.
Very
Good luck.
much.
Welcome to the area.
Yeah. Welcome back.
We have a little
back
less
to
humidity.
God's country.
Yeah.
You have a lot less. I feel like I've aged too. Thank you, gentlemen.
You bet. All right. Trace is up. 210-308-8867. What's you looking at? Oh. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, you get settled in. All right. So we keep talking about that beautiful purple plant right there.
Yes.
That's on sale in the number one pot for $788. Just mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about that.
Well, that's why I gave it to Mark for his little.
He talked about
He
it,
did?
but we want
Okay.
to let you talk about it.
It's a new salvia, and from what I understand, it is related to Mystic Spires.
Okay.
And it's
Related
a
to. Okay. There we go.
Dwarfish version.
It must be a cousin because it's called Misty.
Right.
Misty. His
okay.
cousins are
So
always.
Mystic Spires
okay.
gets huge, Milton.
What's
Yes.
that?
Mystic Spires gets huge.
One of the parents is really, really big. And so this seems that's the trend down. They're breeding to more smaller and more compact.
So they say 18 inches.
Yeah.
And that's pretty significant from some of them reaching 5 feet or better.
Oh, wow.
Well, here it is, 18 inches right here at the nursery, full bloom.
Yeah.
Very attractive, very disciplined looking.
Same color. It's a vivid purple.
Yeah.
No, it's very, very pretty. Could I, if I went online, would I be able to see a picture of it? What do I type in?
Yeah.
Misty Salvia.
Misty?
Misty. Yeah, play Misty for me.
There you go, salvia. Okay, I'm looking. Oh, it's MYSTY?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's brand new.
Ooh,
so
there it is.
When
Yeah.
I was talking to the grower, I said, "Hey, you got anything new or special?" And he said, "Why don't you try this?"
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, good choice, Trace. Good choice.
Go online and check it out. MYSTY salvia, and then
So,
you'll be here
is it-
before the day is over.
Is it Monrovia or Ball? That's what I was looking at, the various websites.
Certainly not Monrovia.
Yeah, okay.
And this guy bought the plugs, and I'm not sure where he got the plugs
Okay.
from.
All right.
All right, 210-308-8867. Oh, you're heading out? Okay.
We'll just talk about that. As I was doing the research, my job for today.
Yeah. No, I promise you, if you look online for MYSTY, get on your phone, look for it. That picture will amaze you, and you'll be here. You will really come today or tomorrow, but come sooner than later because there are lots of them. But I don't know if this is it or not.
Yeah, they did.
Well, it's worth a trip to see.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
This here.
This one and all the other ones.
Yeah.
It's fabulous.
Well, then I'm looking over there at our lantanas, and they've got just a new supply of the purple and the white lantana. That's hard to believe, too, how wonderful it looks. And then, of course, I was going to brag on the porterweed, but there's only 3 left.
Well,
now.
you can't brag on something that's rapidly going.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to call now.
Yeah.
Call. What's that number, Milton, if you want to reserve?
210-497-3760. Yeah, Calvin may buy the last 3.
No. He stopped at 6.
Are you done?
Yeah.
I've got the shakes.
I know.
Yeah. But I'm inclined to her, but I'm working hard not.
I just want to say I stopped by the nursery earlier this week to purchase some things, and Trace came up to me and whispered into my ear, and he said, "I meant to send you all a text, but I just want to let you know the red dwarf are in.
Oh.
The red dwarf are in." And I said, "I will pass the word through the coded messages."
The other thing that's in is the pentas, the red and the white. Now I did not find any pink, but I'm sure there's someplace here, or if they aren't, they will be here. That's another wonderful nectar plant, and really does well in the shade. Even if it's in full sun for a couple of hours, it continues to bloom all summer and looks great. It's a wonderful plant.
I hate to spill all the exciting news, but I was out there earlier this morning, and I found Cora Vinca.
Oh, really?
Cora Vinca.
Ooh.
People have been asking Trace for it. We have the Cora Vinca, or Vinca Cora.
Red, white, and pink.
Well, I didn't know. I saw some white, but I'm assuming there was a mix out there. But the white was really in flower.
Yeah. I did not see violet, but if it isn't there now, it will be, I'm sure.
Yeah. So people have been asking for it. It is a tad early, in my opinion. I like to get it up in the 90s consistently to put it out.
Well, I'm not as conservative about it as he is. I bought some because I like. If you know what we're faced with now is that we've got gardeners are in the mood and the hormones are flowing, and if you see your favorite plants, you are. Quite often, it's advisable to go ahead and just like we did with the tomatoes.
Right.
Yeah, and that's another thing because I'm still looking for some more Ruby Crush tomatoes.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
And some Thunderbirds.
Oh, okay.
But we do have some. I'm sure Mark has checked it out on what selections we do have in terms of tomatoes. We got Celebrity for sure.
Yes, we have Celebrity, Tycoon.
Did you see Tycoon?
Yeah, I saw like one or two.
Oh.
Well, I mean, very few. But we got several flats. Super Sweet. I made a purchase already. Super Sweet 100s, the cherry ones. We have some large cherries. We have Roma. We have Juliet. So we have some more cherry selections. Cherry small selections.
All right, 210-308-8867 is our number, 210-308-8867. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take your questions. If you're on the line, get on the line now. You can get right in. And you had a question, too. That woman was asking you something. We'll find out about that in a second. But and then we'll find out. We'll go to Milton's Garden because I've got some issues. 210-308-8867. Back in a moment on 9:30 a.m., The Answer. And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Hey, if you're looking for great food, who doesn't enjoy delicious food that you make at home? It all depends on the ingredients. You know, they say good ingredients in, great food out. You can start by getting those great ingredients right over there at Prusky's Market in Atkins, Texas. Now, if you have not been to Prusky's, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you've probably been there a number of times. Prusky's has outstanding beef, including Yenta Ranches, which is a natural beef, no growth hormones, no antibiotics. They've got great poultry. You know, if you're eating chicken and you're going, it doesn't have much taste. I got to put some more salt on it or something. You know what? Go get some poultry and go get some chicken at Prusky's, and you will be absolutely pleased with it. Sausage, jerky. Everything that you want, plus great service and people that, know you if you come in more than once, which is great. Prusky's Market, 10140 Highway 87 on Highway 87 between 410 and 1604. Go by. Check them out online, though, pruskysmeatmarket.com. Easter's coming up. They got lots of stuff for Easter. That's pruskysmeatmarket.com. All right, 210-308-8867. Can we discuss Milton's Garden?
Yes.
Okay.
What is wrong with
nothing?
I like it because it's usually so simple.
I got two things to brag about.
Do we have some music associated?
We should get some music. Okay, one, these are popping up all over the place. What the heck are these?
I call them cemetery iris, but they're actually
cemetery.
I
thought cemetery was white.
It is.
Oh.
Technically, then that's the blue, but they bloom at the same time. They're pretty closely related. But that is a wonderful plant.
Yeah. Is it the flag, double flag or something?
Yeah.
They go by various names. It's not bearded.
Bearded. Yeah, it's not bearded.
Well, bearded is a little different than that one.
Okay.
That's why we try to make the cemetery.
They actually have a different species.
Is that right?
Both the cemetery and this blue one.
Yeah.
But they're both blooming right now.
Oh, is that right?
And the deer do not eat them.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Very drought tolerant, and they you don't have to plant them very deep. In fact, if you plant them too deep, they don't.
Oh, they don't come up.
They don't live.
Yeah, and so the topic after these next two topics, I'm going to guess is the reason they're popping up. Number two, okay, I kind of knew what that was, but I don't know what this is. What are these? I'll show you real quick. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I call them dayflower, but
is that what you would call them? They're really pretty, and they just kind of came up. They volunteered. We didn't plant them.
Is that the color? Is that picture true?
Yeah.
True, the color. Okay.
well, it's
Now
another.
it's
another.
over.
There's another name for it.
There's a cornflower and a dayflower.
Oh, okay.
And, not cornflower. It's similar to that, but dayflower is the one. Spiderwort is
That's the one. That's what I was thinking of.
There's another. It's another species.
And there's like 4 or 5 variations that might grow in a typical backyard.
Do you think it was in like a mix or something? Because we didn't plant this. I guess the birds could have, but
it's a native.
It's everywhere.
Is it? Let me guess. Is it kind of damp and mostly shade?
Oh, a lot of shade, but very damp. But
It is, in fact, in some mixes.
It is?
It
I'm
is.
wondering if it kind of...
now, there's an eastern variety, which is different from that, a different spiderwort.
Oh, okay.
And that's in a lot of mixes.
Okay. So I don't know. Anyway, it's really pretty.
Yeah,
I like it.
But it'll find its way back every spring.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my this one's a tough one now. A tougher one. So, and I have a compliment for you. You were right, but I'll tell you that in a second.
That's so unusual.
I know.
Well, that's why I'm laughing over here.
It's what's unusual is I didn't doubt you. It's just like, no, I'm not going to. I don't know. I'm not going to. But yeah, you were. I'll tell you what you were right about in a second. So if you look around town right now, the knockouts are knockouts. They look gorgeous. I'm guessing that's because of the rain. But ours just looks scraggly and ugly and looks like hell. So we were thinking of moving it. Is that a good thing to do, or
is it in full sun?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's in mostly sun, but it's got the big oak to the front of it.
Okay.
So at some point, that sun is blocked by the oak.
Yeah. Well, because I would expect that they're looking good everywhere.
Yeah, they really are, aren't
and
they?
If they were established, then this rain really translated quickly into more foliage and
Is
blooms.
It difficult to pop them up and put them somewhere else, and maybe put something else in there?
Well, if they're huge, it is. They'll live. It'll just be a temporary or setback for it.
It's about, if it's 3 foot tall, it's doing good.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not that tall.
No, that'd be relative. How long has it been there?
It's been there a while. It never really ever did well. I thought because it's planted where an oak... Why are you rolling your eyes? It was planted right in an area where an oak tree had been dug up and the roots were still there. So I was wondering if it was a nitrogen deficiency.
No, that wouldn't have occurred.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the light issue.
Sun? Okay. I'll try to bring it up. Can I do much damage by trying to pop it up?
The height is not the issue on that. You're going to get enough root system out of it.
Okay.
It'll live. It's just you won't take advantage of the blooms for another month and a half. Yeah.
Okay.
2 months.
Yeah. You think, do I do a container or just put it in the ground someplace?
Yeah, I would just put it in the ground as soon as possible.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll do that this weekend.
You know what else is? You brought that up. Those roses, those tough modern roses and old-fashioned roses.
Yes, they're both here.
Wow, they're blooming, and my favorite is the showiest of the bunch.
Oh, what's that?
The Carefree Beauty, and that very nice. And then Belinda's Dream is looking good. The Mrs. Dudley Cross has started to bloom. The only one that's not blooming is the Grandma's Yellow, but it's got buds on it, so it'll be blooming. I didn't realize that the Grandma's Yellow was the most thornful.
Oh, really?
The whole bunch. Yeah. And all you had to do is be involved with planting it to figure out that.
Well, I was going to have one final word with Milton over here. Is just, remember, it's a rose.
Right.
And wear long sleeve.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will. I was thinking, too, if it was difficult to do it, I'd find some green and cut it and try to root them, but I don't know that I can do that.
Oh, I think I would just go ahead and dig it up. And
okay, so what were you right about? We won't tell them the whole conversation, but or you can stop me if you don't want me to talk about it. But remember when I bought the cucumber transplant?
Yeah.
Do you remember what you said to me?
Divide them?
No. Well,
plant the seed?
Yes. So I did have some seed. I found some, and I planted that, and that was last week, and it's up already. It's like 3 inches tall already. So Calvin was like, "Oh man, just do the seed."
Yeah, cucumber seed is unbelievable.
Yeah,
it does grow fast and responds.
Oh, Trace is back. I was just telling Calvin he was right. Planting cucumbers by seed, that they grow quickly.
Yeah, it happens so rarely.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, he's right a lot. It's just I was dismissive of him, and now I feel bad. It's like, yeah, sure. But I did get a transplant, so we'll see how that does too.
How are we doing on our tomato seeded and pepper seeds that we got from our one of our listeners?
I have not done the pepper seeds yet. I need to, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do those probably today or tomorrow. And I don't think I did many of the, like Trace did a lot of the, you did the 968s, didn't you?
Correct.
How are they doing?
Are they?
So I haven't looked at them since I haven't looked at them in like a week. So
since the rain, huh?
Yeah.
Now they're coming up. Mine are coming up, but they're not putting a lot of growth after that, which reminds me a bit of the milkweeds too. Right?
Hey, we have Larry on the line at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Larry, welcome to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. What's going on? Larry, you there?
Rumples.
There you are. Start again, Larry. Start again real quick.
I got about 0.8 of an inch of rain.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we need rain reports.
Exactly, yeah. I was calling to remind Calvin and the listeners that we're having a monarch and milkweed presentation next Saturday at 9:30 a.m. by this funny gentleman named Dr. Finch.
Oh, he's a hoot. You're going to love him.
Hoot.
Is it at 9:30 or 9?
Uh-oh.
You go on at you need to be there at 9, but you're going on at 9:30.
Okay.
We have you slotted for an hour. Yeah.
And he can talk a lot longer than that.
Yeah,
I understand, but we wanted to get him back to Milberger's in time for the show.
Thank you, Larry.
You just mentioned zinnias, and you'll have his attention.
Man, do not mention zinnias. He will not leave
for an entire hour. Just that.
Yeah, you will be there till 5 o'clock, just sitting there.
Well, I'm looking forward to that because that class in New Braunfels is always exciting.
We have over 60 activities this year. We're larger than we've ever been. We have a designated water area. We have all kinds of water-related companies that are coming. We're having a water tasting test. NBU Water Conservation will be there. The Texas Water Commission, Texas Water Development Board.
Do they still have any staff in all those places?
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah,
we'll find out. And we also have when the people come in. This is a free event. It's from 9 to 1 at 325 Resource Drive, 46 West out of New Braunfels. We have over 15 children's activities this year. So when they come in, we give the adults the map of the grounds, and then we give the children the kids' activity menu, and on the backside of it is a scavenger hunt. So we've got just a whole plethora of stuff for the children: hayride, archery, face painting, building birdhouses, building seed balls, just on and on. We always have a plant giveaway, and Davy Tree will be there, and he's going to be giving away a few future customers. So he'll be giving away some future customers from Davy Tree.
That's what I figured. Okay, cool.
Well, and we've got that. We do have that the program for folks that want more information on the the Millburgers website at the address and the phone number if they want to call.
They can also go to the Comal AgriLife Extension website or the Comal Master Gardener website, and there's a QR code that they can scan, and it'll give them information of the whole. I'm not going to read off who all's there, but there's we have a whole lot of fun stuff. Garden tour. We've built a new greenhouse. We'll have a ribbon cutting for the new greenhouse at 11:15. So we invite the public to come out, and Calvin, we look forward to seeing you next Saturday.
Yeah, you'll have to call and give us a report, Larry. Tell us how he did.
Is there a minimum age or maximum age for the kids' events? Because I kind of like archery.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a kid at
heart. Come on out. If you can drag yourself away on a Saturday in the spring, you're more than welcome to come. You're more than welcome to come. Yep. And we'll even put you at the front of the trailer on the hayrod. Oh, and also we've got the sheriff's posse is coming. We got the sheriff's posse coming this year, so it's just too much fun stuff to even think about.
Well, let's mention also that my class is the Monarch and Milkweed class, and everybody that registers for that class, and they agree to monitor the seeded containers, they'll receive 2 containers of 2 native milkweeds, and the idea is that we want to learn more about which ones work best in our area and what techniques work best. So it's a lot. Gosh, I hope there's so many activities to choose from. But I guess the first activity in the whole program is
with Calvin.
That class.
Yeah.
That's
correct.
Thank
you, Larry.
Yep. Classroom's taking precedent. Yep. All right. Well, y'all have a great day, Calvin. We'll see you next week. And
all right.
And so we've been praying for rain all spring.
Yeah.
Please do not pray for rain for next Saturday. We need a nice, dry, good weather.
Well, Trace does not allow us to pray for rain unless it's after 6 p.m. every evening.
That'll work for me. All right, guys.
Okay.
Y'all have
Thanks,
a
Larry.
great day.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, we need rain reports. So we got about 1.5 inches at the house.
My rain gauge has filled up to 2 inches, and then it's gone over the top. So,
oh goodness! Do y'all measure it here? I think
I bet Mary did, but
I
think everybody else was just trying to get the plants put out so that when the sun did come out, we'd be able to do some business.
Very cool. So we have to go to break in a second, but Trace, what else do you want to talk about that we're doing here? Does she have
there's
a
a Dalmatian.
Did you have a question, ma'am? All right. Here, will you come on the air with us?
I need to show pictures, and I don't know if it'd be good for on the air.
Oh, what's that? Well, you can.
It's a tree question, and I have some pictures.
Oh, okay.
We'll give away
right. She
All right.
knows right where to go.
All right.
She looks familiar.
Well, yeah, we will find out what the question was. We got to take a quick break. Come back in a moment. 210-308.
Houseplants.
Oh, still good. Still houseplants.
Peter's got an order coming.
Ooh, man. All right. And I just heard a great thing about is it the snake plant? Is that
the Sansevierias?
Maybe so. That it filters the air.
Every plant filters the air, Milton.
Oh, okay.
Every one of them.
Not according to the interwebs.
Some are better than others, but they all do it.
Okay. Back in a moment on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Millburgers Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. We need rain reports. Where are our rain rangers? Call us at 210-308-8867. That was a great rain.
Yeah, and it'd be wonderful to see if the aquifer could move up.
I hope so, because it wasn't one of these big gully washers. It was just kind of slow and steady, and it was great
over a wide area.
Yeah, too. So, and it does not take much for grass to perk up. So all the grass is like.
Well, and the rain lilies came up.
Oh, did they? Cool. I'll have to see in the yard. I wonder.
I'll bet they were up this morning, but I'll bet by this afternoon, they'll really be.
You think my oxblood lilies will come up?
Not in response to the rain, but they will this fall. It'll make a difference.
Okay. Yeah. It really was. It was wonderful. I mean, we have a rain barrel that sits by the roof, and so the water comes off the roof and goes, and it makes this sound when it hits the. So but I was just smiling the whole time listening to that because it filled it up. We actually filled that up plus a trash can, plus a 5-gallon can. Yeah. So it was great. But yeah, 210-308-8867. How much rain did you have? So we'll call where I live by the airport. That's 2 inches. Calvin is medical center. You think it was more than 2 inches?
2 inches, over 2 inches.
Over 2 inches by you? Okay.
Air gauge, the rain gauge was full and running over the edge. So.
We think James out there, is James in Guadalupe County?
Well,
I can't remember. But
which James?
That's true. There are 2 Jameses. Well, one of our Jameses was going to wash his car, I think. So maybe he's responsible for this. But yeah, he can call us and tell us how much rain he got at 210-308-8867. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else is going on in the Garden. But
well, there's a Texas Tech shirt over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they're celebrating the fact that they've moved ahead in the
moved on into the
championship.
Nope, they heard us.
Yes.
They heard us.
They came back to beat the Arkansas.
Oh, you were probably down.
Am I gone?
Yeah, you're back on.
Okay.
So what was her question? Can you share it with us?
Yes. So I had a beautiful crepe myrtle. It's one of the older varieties. I recognize it as special pink or watermelon red. And she had 2 questions. One was the fact that the trunks, the stems in the middle are coming at ground level and then forming a little basin and holding the water. Should she do anything about that? And I said, no, over the last 50 years, we've changed our mind completely on that. That standing water within a tree actually creates an anaerobic situation which inhibits decay.
Oh, inhibits decay?
Inhibits decay. The old way, a long time ago, 60 years ago, if we had a tree had a hollow and it was holding water, we'd drill into it and let that water come out. That's actually bad for a tree. So you don't do anything. However, it does form a breeding place for mosquitoes and large roaches that are known in the South.
Well, there will be a lot of mosquito opportunities out there with this one.
In the next couple of days. And then she had a second question. It was she had the same tree, and it had been declining in health over the past few years. And I looked at it and I said, well, we're going to have to take out the deadwood, and it had chlorosis in it. And then she said that a prominent tree company in town had provided the fertilizer to her. And I said, that's great. That's one of the 2 best fertilizers I know of.
Oh, good. Okay.
But I said that it's still a little chlorotic. Now, that chlorosis could come from nitrogen deficiency or it could come from a pH situation and loss of iron. So just keep an eye on it, but you may have to get some a chelated iron, and one of the ones we recommended that was a little bit more reasonable was High Yield Iron Plus.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know if we still have it. I'll have to ask Trace.
Yeah, we'll ask Trace.
Sequestrin was the original one. Really good. Required your firstborn, and a quart of blood to pay for. Now, so I said, just watch it. Take your time. Have patience. You probably will have dead branches. Cut those out. And some reshaping to get a nice vase shape out of a nice face shape.
What is this echo? What is the background sound that we're hearing here? Am I just imagining that?
No, it's me.
No, it's Mark. So you're hearing the show?
It's louder than normal.
What are you hearing?
I would agree, Calvin.
What are you hearing?
I hear it's like audience they're talking.
Oh, no. It's just the radio. It's the speakers.
Okay.
Okay. Do you not hear it now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's much better.
Okay.
I hear a little something like that, but it's much better.
All right. 210-308-8867. 210-308-88.
Anyway, it's probably crepe myrtle is a subtropical species from Southeast Asia and India and South China. So it hasn't done well in the past 5 years.
Oh.
Freezes and droughts.
Yeah.
Flooding, oh my.
But it has done well over the past 100 years.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
And that'll kind of shock people, Mark, when you mention that it is not a native plant, because we've come to consider it such an important part of our landscapes.
Yes, there is a group from the Alamo area, master naturalists, and they spend a lot of time on trying to remove invasive species from our natural areas. And one of them they always complain to me about is crepe myrtle. So it does get into certain drainage areas and riverbeds.
So even the most desirable plants can be invasive when they're in the when the wrong situation.
All right. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Yeah, I'm trying to figure if I'm seeing. I was walking again. It was still before the sun came up, and I was seeing white blooms, and it looked like crepe myrtles. Are some of the crepe myrtles blooming now? Or no,
they're not blooming. They're leafing out.
Okay, then that wasn't what it was then. And there's some with a big pink.
You know, the one of the things that the pomegranate is starting to bloom, but they're orange.
Oh, okay. Huh.
So is quince. Quince is a traditional early bloomer, but that's orange as well.
Yeah, it's a pretty spectacular bloom and the long bloom. And we got a lot. And in my neighborhood, the deer do not eat it.
Oh, is that right? Wow.
Yeah. So some places, I guess they do, but I haven't seen that.
Ooh, they're gobbling those up. So if you wanted that Misty
salvia.
Misty salvia, hurry. People are gobbling it up. It really does sell itself.
So, yeah, just think the opposite of Mystic Spires.
Okay.
Sort of.
I like that Mystic Spires name, too.
Yeah, I know. That was always easy to remember. Well, you knew the parent. The parent was Indigo Spires, and it was like Trey said, you get to 4 or 5 feet tall. And then the other parent was merely Blue Sage, a very nice restrained product. Now, they took the flower colors and the height together so that you get this beautiful, vibrant purple with the Misty Salvia.
Okay.
I say it slow so I get it right.
No, I'm glad.
Misty
Salvia. Look at it.
What?
It's a purple plant.
I'm still getting that background noise. Huge.
I don't know, Calvin. I will try to fix it in a minute.
Yeah.
So just chill. All right. 210-308-8867. 210-308.
Well, we're having fun here, but let's get everybody else in the radio audience to participate.
Yeah, we want to have you call and give us a rain report. Tell us what's going on in your garden. What are you doing this weekend? It's a beautiful weekend. It's a little bit, what's the temperature? I'll have to check and see.
It's going to be 85.
85 today? Mm-hmm. Okay, good deal.
Hummingbirds. Have you had any hummingbirds yet?
I saw the first hummingbird the other day, come to think of it. And what it looked like to me, Mark, was a male ruby throat, which surprised me a little bit. Because I hadn't seen any black chins.
Yeah. And, so we usually get black chins around here, but I love that ruby throat.
Yeah. Well, the ruby throats move through, of course.
Yeah.
And we're right on the edge of their territory, so it's not unusual for us to see them. Certainly during migration, and even sometimes, in the spring and fall for sure. But if you got feeders, sugar water feeders, they certainly should be out if you want to attract the hummingbirds.
All right.
But also they like the porterweed and the mistflower and that salvia that we're talking about over there.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and come back in a moment. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. More of Milberger's Gardening South Texas coming up right after this on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
We're back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. There's a big old bumblebee on there. Having a good time. Can you see it? Yeah. All right. Well, Jeff, call us back. We lost you, man. We wanted to get your rain report from Windcrest. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867, the number to call to be a part of the show. Give us a rain report and tell us what's going on. What's going on in your garden, Calvin? What are you noticing?
Well, of course, I mentioned those roses, tough modern roses and old-fashioned roses are blooming up a storm now, and I just finished preparing the bed and planting them. The other thing, the potatoes are going strong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they are. The plants have emerged from the soil, and I'm mounding up the soil. Mm-hmm. And then at some point, when I get a mound of 10 inches or so, I'll quit the mounding and just let the plant go to bloom, and then I can start harvesting. But that is going on. Then the tomatoes are, of course, the tomatoes love this weather. It was tough on them, that cold weather we had.
Yeah, that little snap.
Yeah, and the wind. The wind was really hard to. They got kind of beat down a bit, but they'll recover, and in fact most of them have responded to the rain that we got and the wonderful weather now. So that's going, and lawns are now my article next Saturday is going to just remind folks that the dead areas on lawns are probably rescue grass or annual bluegrass.
These cool season grasses that are no longer with us.
Yeah, and then go ahead and wait on your fertilization until you mow real grass twice.
Well, I'm ready to mow it once.
Yeah.
It's happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's growing. Hey, James is on the line with a rain report and some questions. Hi, James. Welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas. How you doing today? Now, did you wash your car last week? Last Sunday?
No, not my truck. It's going to be due for its annual wash probably in another 2 weeks after my post oaks get done blooming.
Does it? Do we normally get rain after you wash your truck?
Sometimes.
All right. Yes, sir. What's going on? You got a rain report?
Yeah, I'm about roughly 5 miles southeast of Lytle. I got 1.81 inches. I'm glad to see it.
Okay.
Filled up my rain barrels, which were practically empty, so it was timely, real timely. Hey, I got a question. Again, on my bird bath, I saw a bird land on it, light on it, before the rain in the evening, and I'd never seen this bird before. It's a large bird. And I Googled it, and I think it's a green jay, which I've never seen before. Is there such a thing around here? Have y'all seen that, a green jay?
Well, we're right on the border with a couple different jays, but not a green jay.
Green jay's valley.
You have some weird birds in your yard.
And so With the changes in the climate, it's not impossible that they're moving north, but that's where they're famous. In amongst the palms and the brush down the Rio Grande Valley.
You know, too, James. With every time we have a storm, winds and things, you can expect some variation. You can, some birds get out of their normal area, and we end up seeing them that we normally don't see.
Well, it was like 2 days before we had the rain, so it wasn't during a storm. But I'd never seen this bird before. But I Googled it right away, and pretty much I believe it was a green jay by the colors. Yeah. It was real pretty.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
Yeah, I tried to get a photo of it to send you all, but as soon as I picked up my phone and got it ready, it went up into my oak tree and it made a lot of noise, and then it just took off. So,
yeah.
So,
well, the jays are noisy for sure.
Yeah, it said online that the green jay kind of mimics a hawk, and this was a very noisy bird. He was going to town when he was up in the oak tree.
You know what we talked about? I don't know if you were following the show when we were talking about the Mexican eagles, the caracaras.
I have a lot of those here.
Yeah, that moved into San Antonio area, and they're pretty interesting and noisy too, and very brightly colored.
Down where I live in Lytle area, they're all over the place and have been for years. Those Mexican eagle, that's the same bird. Yeah, they're all over. They're pretty common over here. Second question, I planted that bare root, Mr. Lincoln. It's probably getting close to a month now, and I just noticed after the rain, actually before the rain, I started noticing, but it's more pronounced now. The ends of the leaves are getting burnt. Crisping up, browning and crisping up. Is it possible that I'm overwatering this? It's in a container.
Well, yeah, but that's unusual. Is the container drainage questionable?
No, because I drill holes in it. It's like a faux half whiskey barrel, and I drill several holes in the bottom.
But that would be, that would be a characteristic if it was draining poorly. But, of course, it would also be a characteristic if it was not getting enough water. But over the last week or so, that probably shouldn't be a problem.
I want you to be exact on this. The tips were turning brown. Were they turning crispy, or were they just turning brown? Okay.
Oh, I'm going to walk over to it. I looked at it this morning.
But when I say that is the characteristic, the symptom, is the same for both overwatering and not watering enough. But I usually tell the difference by if the ends are a little crispy as opposed to turning brown and yellowy, a little bit of yellow. Anyway, so how often are you watering it?
Well, I was actually watering it pretty much every day. I might have skipped a day here or there. And I'm watering every day because it's sitting on a cement driveway where it's pretty warm, toasty.
It's pretty warm?
Yeah. Now Calvin and I just put our eyes got big. It says, that crispiness may be a little reflected heat.
Oh, could be. Okay, well, maybe I'll move it to another location.
Yeah. Because I was faced with I've got some of those half whiskey barrel sized plastic containers, and I was faced I just can't believe it because they're so huge and everything, but they reflected a heating problem too, that same kind of symptom, and so I'm looking to paint them a different color, see if I can't reflect.
So you think the heat off the rubber container could be part of the issue as well?
Well, yeah, especially this year, when it's been so hot, and then we haven't had much rain otherwise. So this would be the year if you were going to see that symptom.
Okay, so I'll move it to maybe it's not on the cement per se, getting all that reflective heat.
I would try that. I think you're probably right.
Test when it's dry, I guess.
All righty.
All right. Good luck, James.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, and there's no rain in the forecast until Friday. 20% chance on Friday.
Yeah.
Nah?
Nah.
Okay.
After 6, maybe.
After 6, maybe. Okay. 210-308-8867. Trace, I cut you off before we went on to break. Just trying to, you talked about houseplants.
Yes, I did.
So, that's...
Peter's got another pretty large order pending. So, coming out of Florida, so my guess it'll be here Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
And just like the last one, it's going to take us 2 or 3 days to get through it, get it all priced, get it out for sale. So, by next weekend, we should have a great selection of houseplants again.
Okay, cool. Anything exciting? He brings in some fun stuff.
Yeah, some of it I don't even know what it is. So I'm sure there's going to be something very exciting in there, but
right.
I don't know what it is.
Boy, there are lots of people getting outdoor plants today.
Yes.
Besides the Mystic.
The
Misty.
Sorry, I don't know why I keep messing it up.
Play Misty for me.
Okay, the Misty Salvia, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Besides that, which is gorgeous, and I've seen some people buying a bunch of them. What else we got? Lots of color.
I think the most popular thing the last 10 days has been bougainvillea.
That makes perfect sense.
So we got in the topiary selection out of Florida. So we've got ones trimmed into patio trees. Some are braided. Some on trellises. And then we have supplemented with some more local types. But it's still a great selection.
Yeah. And the hanging baskets are gorgeous.
They are?
Yeah. I like the topiary, too. I mean, they're nice and they're kind of cool and unique, but I like the hanging baskets.
One of a couple of the sale items that are spectacular, the zinnias, they're in full bloom, and if you're interested in meeting the needs of the monarch butterflies that should be in town almost any day now, get some of those in full bloom, those zinnias, because they're one of the favorite nectar plants around. And then the other thing that's pretty spectacular is on sale are those the begonias. They are inexpensive enough that you could really fill an area with them that's in the shade, and lots of all of the colors. I'm not always sure. I think there's 3 different colors of leaves and 3 different colors of blooms. There might even be more that you can choose from. You get them in early enough, they can put up with a little bit of sun too. So,
well, the dark leaf ones can do it, no problem.
Yeah. So, but they really look good. Have we seen any whoppers yet? We expect them soon.
Well, we've been expecting them, but nothing's available yet. But I might know more tomorrow.
Did you get your dragon leaf?
I think I did, and I think I sold them all.
Oh, okay. Don't doubt it.
I didn't see them
all. I would like to talk about porterweed, but for some reason I can't do that.
You can't, yeah.
I think I only have 2 or 3 left.
Well, I don't understand. There's 3 of them right by you there.
Oh, well.
The 3 remaining. How many did you start with?
Only 25.
Oh, okay.
You don't share well.
No. Well, there's somebody here that orders everything they have, so
I did. I bought them all.
Yeah.
All was 25, and
now Calvin has them all.
Only a couple
except
people.
For 3.
Only a couple people got to take advantage of that.
It's cool.
But the Greg's Mist is coming into bloom.
Oh,
gosh.
Where's that?
Where's that? It's right behind me.
Oh, pretty.
Right in front of you.
So you talk about butterfly nectar sources. It doesn't get much better than that.
That's a Texas superstar too, right?
It is from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and an all-star nectar plant that's in the same league as the zinnias and the porterweed and the milkweed, the tropical milkweed. That's available now too. And that lantana is blooming up a storm.
Did you have a question? Can we ask it on the air? We're doing the show. Okay, you grab that mic. I'm going to give Trace my mic. Welcome to. You're on the air. What's going on? Talking to the mic though, so we can hear you.
I want to know the difference between in the bougainvilleas between Barbara Karst and Juanita Hatton.
Zero difference. They are both not. What's the word I'm looking for? Day length doesn't make a difference to either of those two.
But the color's a little different, isn't it?
Not to me. It's pretty much identical.
Well,
plant.
he wears orange, so.
I see no difference. So bougainvilleas are super day length sensitive. So there are varieties that will only bloom when the days are long, and there's varieties that will only bloom when the days are short. And there's only two crossovers, and it's those two, and they look identical to me.
Okay, so you're saying that they'll both grow, bloom equally in the days, the Barbara Karst and the Juanita Hatton.
Right, they're not day length sensitive.
Okay, because we've had better luck with Barbara Karst, and this is for the coast anyway. It's not for here in San Antonio.
I've never seen a difference. What is your opinion, Mark?
The same. That's why I'm just poking fun a little bit. I've not. But then again, those are the only two that I know.
Barbara and Juanita.
So you're dangerous, is what you're saying.
I only know those two, so that's yeah.
So the different colors, are they also considered Barbara and Juanita? The tangerine and the purple?
No.
They have different. It's a different
they have
phylum
their own
or
names. Those two are. Every bougainvillea is name specific.
Okay.
Well, we used to be real worried about each specific name. Now we mostly just talk about the colors. And
yeah. We just we've had them for quite some time down at the coast, and just think Barbara is our girl.
Happy to sell you any of them you want.
And any color.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
all right.
Thank you. Good
question. Thank you.
Good job. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867, the number to call to be a part of the show. Yeah, those are pretty varieties, are they?
Well, so there's a reason that there's more of those for retail than any of the other colors.
Okay.
Because, again, day length sensitive, any grower can get those into bloom any time of the year, whereas the other ones they cannot. So a good 50% of the bougainvilleas on the market are just those two varieties.
Okay. Interesting stuff. What is the pretty red one there? No, right here. Right here. Right in front of the
Verbena?
Mexican heather. Is that what that is?
That's verbena.
That's pretty. Yeah. Oh, and are you starting to see wildflowers? A little bit on the...
blue curl is blooming.
Is it?
They had an article in the newspaper today.
Oh, did they?
Probably not. Probably not going to be a good year.
Oh, for wildflowers?
They're consistent.
Even the blue curl, which kind of normally overwhelms yards in my neighborhood, is just kind of spread out. And then the other one, what is the one that reseeds itself in the flower bed? Gosh.
I don't know. There's a couple that are pretty aggressive. Firewheel, gay feather, la 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 with an L. It's springtime.
Yeah.
Larkspur,
that's the one I was thinking of. Larkspur is starting to bloom, but it's not its normal level of blooms either.
Yeah, so the further east you go...
And your dayflower, too, is starting.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So, the further east you go, the better off, the better flower you're going to see.
Well, the thing that is coming, that's suddenly there, is our rain lilies.
Oh, yeah.
They look good. They look good. They started yesterday, and then by this afternoon, I'll bet there'll be a lot of areas that are covered with them.
I hope so. They're kind of cool.
Yeah, they are.
So I have let's take a quick break. We'll take a break, and I'll come ask my question in just a second. But you give us a call with your questions at 210-308-8867, 8867. More of Milberger's Gardening South Texas coming up live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery, 1604 on Boulevardy Road on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, where this nice gentleman is going to come on the air with us. He's got some questions for us. Yes, sir, you're on the air. Speak right in the microphone, and we'll be able to hear you. What's going on, man?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I just bought a tree, and there's some question if it's going to be good in our area, and it's a Schumart red oak. And I'm just 2 miles north of, outside the loop, 410. I'm east of 281 and west of IH-35.
And you brought the Schumart here?
That is correct.
All right. So we have seen a lot of Schumarts have problems over the past 2 or 3 years. A lot of them had large dead branches. A lot of them didn't make it. A lot of them had hypoxylon. We are on the extreme western edge of their range. So I'm glad you gave me where it is. So is it a big one? How large is it?
100 gallons.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be quite large. And is Milberger going to plant it?
Yes.
Oh,
Good.
Good. So they'll dig a large hole for it. They may have to raise it up a little bit in this area. I'm thinking where it is. Are you along Nacogdoches?
Sir?
Are you along Nacogdoches?
Along Nacogdoches,
okay,
that is
good.
correct.
And the reason I say that is you'll have a little bit deeper soil in that area.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I mean, it's going to be pretty deep to hit the limestone.
Right,
I think.
right. So that's what I was hoping when you said that, because that's ideal for some tree growing area in San Antonio. So I wouldn't have too worried about it. Wow, how did I get mad about it? Too worried about it. However, a caveat: yes, in the last couple of years we've seen some problems with Schumart. But water it well. Water when necessary.
And one of the worst issues was the source of where the original came from on the Schumart, which is, and that was a problem if it came from the acidic soil out there.
Okay.
So if it came from here at Milberger's,
should be good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they were west or west of Schulenburg. When you went east of that or LaGrange, then it was a little suspect of roll of the dice, if you will.
Well, great. I'm glad I came.
So I think they were better in their selection.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the air with us, man.
Yes, excellent question, because that has been a source of problem, is the red oaks and hypoxylon.
Thank you, man. Thanks for waiting, and thanks for coming on the air. 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. We didn't talk about Calvin's article. What's your article about today, Calvin?
My article is about favorite nectar sources. We have been kind of talking about it quite a bit because a lot of them are on the sale items.
Yep.
Today, the mist flower is there, and the porterweed, and there is 3 porterweeds left.
Yes. Come quickly.
Yeah. And then that new salvia is a wonderful nectar source too. We generally think of it, the lantanas in it, as the favorite nectar sources in the fall, but the butterflies that will be coming through next few weeks will find it and use it. And then the other thing is we've got tropical milkweed. That's a source. The butterflies will lay their eggs on there. And then they also will use that as a nectar source. They really love it as a nectar source. And needless to say, I don't want to forget zinnias.
Zinnias. Oh, I have a zinnia question in a minute, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, we've got a couple of really spectacular. We got the Dreamland zinnias that are in full bloom, so they're ready as a nectar source. And then So some of the other smaller, more drought-tolerant...
The Profusion series,
I think, that are here, too, that are very attractive, and they do very well in containers. And smaller containers in full sun, they're pretty drought tolerant. But they also will be a good nectar source. So that's what we wrote about. We also mentioned the classes.
Yeah.
That we've got scheduled.
That Larry talked about. That's the next one is in Comal County?
Yep. And let's see, Mark, what else? So did we...
So, did we also talk about, or you also talked about the Greg Smith flower, which I think is just the premium butterfly nectar source.
Yeah, it's not as disciplined, but you who needs discipline when the plant blooms constantly and is covered with butterflies and bees all the time. And you can see it's worth a trip to come to Milberger's just to see this plant, how wonderful it looks.
Right down there, yeah. So people were listening to our voices.
Apparently so.
So, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, see.
Yeah. Hurry before Calvin gets it. He's going to grab one.
So
We're going to have an intervention for Calvin very soon about this porterweed. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. I have a weird question.
No, nothing's ever weird.
Okay, well, it might be.
So all of his are always weird.
This is a weird one. So we got our water filter, our water softener cleaned out, and there was charcoal in it.
And, I'm sorry, there was what?
Charcoal. They use the charcoal.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so the guy was suggesting, hey, you can just use this in your garden to help to get the soil clean and stuff like that. And I didn't know.
So it's just kind of a
not
overly valuable, but it's not doesn't hurt anything either.
So many parts of the country they use ashes.
Okay.
We don't have to do that here.
Right. So
but it doesn't
the charcoal would be the same as the ashes?
Well, that's where I think that he's getting that from. And
maybe so.
Now we also use charcoal as activated charcoal.
Okay.
As a cleaning substance. So maybe there's mixing of various messages in there.
Maybe I'll...
it probably doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah. Okay.
It couldn't hurt.
So it's good not to waste materials.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking to you. Would you mix it with the soil or just...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Or even just in the compost pile.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I think I would do it in the compost pile. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I still got to do the compost pile. Got to start going on that.
We've given you so many hints
I know.
and
It's
suggestions.
I know what's going to happen.
Whether or not to use hog panels or chicken wire or on the ground or what kind of panels.
Well, compost piles that have been pretty docile.
Oh, look at that pup.
And have not done much.
For the last couple of years or the last couple of months?
This week of rain.
Oh, are they going to jump up and...
Yeah, they're going to be decomposing finally. So it's a good time to use up the materials.
Yeah, if I had thought, had a compost pile and just before the rain, I would have taken a half a cup of fertilizer maybe and put it in there. And,
that's a good idea, yeah.
Oh,
and then use the moisture in the rain and start the composting process.
All right, 210-308-8867, or like so many folks, Milberger's is crowded today, but they've gotten everything so efficient, you really won't notice it. You'll just see the people, but like in terms of checking out, not a problem. Used to be, not a problem anymore. But so come on out. And what else did you see? You saw the tomatoes. You talked about those. What else was out there?
Oh, yeah. So Trace and I were talking about the micro toms.
Oh, yeah.
Those are really cool. Little tomatoes you can grow in a vase indoors if you so desire. But they have little cherry tomatoes on them that are kind of cute for the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was David and I talking about
that.
Probably good in salads, huh?
I'm so proud of myself. I did not...
You did not
I resisted teasing David about the
micro toms on the side?
Yeah, those cute little tomato berries,
So over there, and we have lots of peppers. Again, we brought in some of the cherry tomatoes. So we have some Romas and large cherry and super sweet 100s, and a couple other varieties, and a couple of the regular traditional ones, Celebrity, and I thought I saw Tycoon there early in the morning. May not be there anymore.
We'll talk about some of the other stuff in a second, but Jane is on the line, and she's got a question about tilling her garden at 210-308-8867. Hi, Jane. What's going on? Welcome to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas.
Well, I'm not young, by the way. I told him I'm 88.
Oh, my goodness. Good for you.
Over very well. And I thought about getting a small tiller to help me get my garden ready. And it's about 9 by 13 feet. And, it's a small garden.
Mm-hmm.
So should I just depend on earthworms or worm casings or whatever you call those things? I can order that stuff and put it in the soil.
Boy, you want to talk about controversy a couple decades ago with Calvin and I.
Well, I'm known for controversy.
Oh, well, good. So, no till versus till. Advocates on both sides.
Well,
yeah, I am old-fashioned and favor the tilling.
Mm-hmm.
Turning over the soil at least. And any of those materials that you mentioned that will improve the soil. If you can get some compost. One of the easiest ways is to get a few bags of compost.
Yeah.
I always talk about.
I don't know how to order compost. I know I should have a compost pile, and I don't. I don't feel like I can handle that.
Yeah, did you say you had somebody helping you?
Well, I have a young man that comes every few often. He doesn't know much.
Just have him stop and get 4 or 5 bags of compost.
Yeah, it sounds like I would get 4 bags of compost. Right here at Milberger's, we have quality compost.
Well,
I'm
in Seguin, by the way. And
okay.
Okay.
Just get it in whatever the nursery.
There's still quality at the big box stores, and just get some for that 9 by 13. Yeah, at least minimum 4.
Okay.
6 would be even better.
Yeah.
And then just spread it all out.
And let him just shovel it in.
Yeah.
Turn the soil over, and that'll add a lot. And then I always recommend too that some 1959 fertilizer, 1 cup. How big?
No, you have 10 cups per 100.
Yeah. How many? What were the dimensions?
About 9 by 13.
Okay, so that's about 100. So
3 yards.
Yeah, about 130.
10 cups of fertilizer there, and some compost, and you'd be in good shape.
You'd be not. That's real easy. It requires a little work, but it's nothing that you can't handle or that you can explain to someone on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can just spread that in, and one thing I looked at said to add coffee and eggshells to the hole when you plant.
I like throwing the coffee. I don't necessarily think you need eggshells here. We don't. We have our natural soil has lots of calcium in it.
Yeah, doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt, but you don't need it.
Yeah.
I never gardened before, and my husband died about 1.5 years ago. But when we first moved here 5 years ago, I said, I'm going to have a garden. And so I just planted things out there, and they grew. And so I think this must be good soil. Or nobody had ever planted in it besides Bermuda grass, which comes up constantly.
Yeah. In and around Seguin is pretty good soil. It's a little clayey, but that compost would help.
It is.
So answer your original question, to rototill or not to rototill. Frankly, on that small of a garden, I wouldn't bother rototilling it. I would just get the compost and shovel it in.
Okay. Sure, that sounds easier. Now, if I put peppers around the edges, my daughter makes pepper jelly, and put tomatoes in the middle, would that keep rabbits out of the garden?
Keep rabbits out?
Yes.
No.
Oh, they ate everything I planted in the winter garden. I didn't have anything because they ate everything up.
Yeah. No, it's there's always a little element to wives' tales, but that and what was it that you should not plant? Was it basil? I don't know.
Oh.
These companion plants. I think basil is allowed as a companion plant, but that's a whole nother issue, and I don't think there's a whole lot of scientific evidence on that.
Okay.
But the best is what? Small terriers? Small dogs? Terrier?
Yeah.
That is an idea. I just don't want to have to take care of anything besides me now. Well, thank you so much. You've been
All right. Good luck on your garden. Hey,
tell us how it goes.
Call
keep us informed.
What are you growing, Jane? That's growing so well.
Okay, I'll call you back. Okay.
What are you, Jane? What are you growing that's growing so well?
Well, what am I growing now?
Well,
Nothing,
you said
because
okay. You said you
I've
just
got a
planted
couple
things
of
and they started growing.
Tomatoes.
Okay.
I put some tomato plants in there already, but I haven't really gotten the soil ready. I just
Gotcha.
I didn't want those to sit in their little bitty things any longer. So
Okay.
anyway,
All right.
I'm ready to plant. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jane.
Bye-bye.
We're going to take a quick break. While we do, give us a call at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. More of Milberger's Gardening South Texas coming up with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. I'm Milton Glueck. This is 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Mark Peterson, Dr. Calvin Finch. I'm Milton Glick. We're sitting on the porch here at the two-story at Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery, watching everybody. Oh, what has she got? Man, she's got a lot of. Is that maybe?
Huh?
Are those zinnias? I think.
Are those zinnias?
There's begonias there.
No. The woman in purple.
Lovely lady here in purple.
All right.
Yeah.
Carol is on the line at 210-308-8867. Hey, Carol, welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas.
Thank you.
What's
I have
going
one
on?
question regarding my caladium bulbs. Usually, it's advised to plant them when the soil warms up in mid-May, but it's maybe like warmer all over our climate these days. So is that still advised mid-May or earlier is okay?
I'm sorry, I missed the first part.
Palladium?
Yeah, one more time on the question, if you don't mind. Sorry.
Palladium bulbs. Usually they advise mid-May when the soil is warmer.
Yeah.
But here's Trace.
So as soon as the nights warm up, the soil temperature starts to warm up enough to accomplish it. But that being said, I don't wait that long. I'll take them, put them in a pot, because the pot temperature is going to change much faster than the ground temperature. Get them up and going, and then transplant to the ground. So theoretically, if you had done that 3 or 4 weeks ago, you could already be putting them in the ground.
Okay, I just have to cover them with wire and then mulch so the armadillos don't dig them up.
Well, that's a different ball game. So, so then let's go back. You can put your bulbs in a pot, have them on your porch where the armadillos can't get to them. Then once you get them up enough, then go to the ground and do your chicken wire thing.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Trace. Thank you, Carol.
There's always a way to cheat, Milton.
Thank you, Carol.
Thanks
you take
a lot.
care. All right,
Bye-bye.
210-308-8867.
Rabbits and armadillos. Huh?
Yeah, we have rabbits today and armadillos.
I hear rabbit tastes okay.
Okay. I don't know how armadillo tastes.
I'm pretty
I
sure
think
you're
they're
not,
at Brewski's, too.
What's that, rabbit?
Rabbit.
They do have rabbit.
I don't know about the armadillo.
I hope not.
No, I don't think they have.
Yeah, I don't.
I'll ask Edmund
That
if they
doesn't
have.
appeal to me,
I
armadillo.
think
No.
I think they carry some things that we don't want.
Okay. All right. What else is going on, Trace? It's a pretty day out here at Milberger's. Lots of folks. Lots of color. I was mentioning that earlier between the begonias and the zinnias out there and all the petunias, too. And
Nelson was joking and said, I bought everything that was blooming in the entire state so nobody else could get it.
No, you may have. Oh, did you cover all the... Ooh, is that blue plumbago in front of us? I believe it is.
There's plumbago behind me somewhere.
Yeah, it is. Right behind you. What else is a treasure that people... Like blue plumbago truly is a treasure. It is tough. I love it. I saw somebody the other day when we were here last weekend getting a shrimp plant, which was nice. I like that.
Mexican petunia is almost indestructible.
Yeah.
Asparagus fern.
Yeah, I like those dwarf Mexican petunias as a ground cover. If you got a shade situation, that's a good alternative. They'll do some blooming even if it's shady, but then they can handle sun too. So you've got a mixed situation there. But the dwarf does not take over the whole neighborhood either, whereas that upright Mexican petunia. Trace, is there a new selection on that upright? I've got a neighbor that has had it in their yard for 3 years, and I haven't seen it surprised me that the seeds haven't spread.
No, I mean,
it's just
still aggressive.
It's just hiding. And
I bet they mow around it and they cut off all the little babies as they come up.
Oh, it could be, yeah, for sure. But I always, I was kind of predicting, we're all of us neighbors are kind of watching it around their rose bed. They got a really nice rose bed, and I keep expecting that to even get filled up with the Mexican petunia, and then across the street, and
it could happen
everywhere. Yeah, they. I'm trying to find them. They had some over there on the right-hand side of your radio. Last week. Yes. Okay. Last week, but I don't see them.
Oh, there we go.
That's because they're not over there anymore.
Oh, did you find them? You see them?
I'm thinking they're right there.
Okay.
There's only a handful left.
Oh yeah, you're right over there, but not too many left now.
No.
We'll have some more next week.
Okay, good.
Speaking of, next week, what's on the docket temporary, theoretically?
Well, the houseplant order, that takes a big chunk of time for us to get in, get it all set up to go out. We do have a load coming out of Florida for some tropical things like hibiscus and mandevillas, ferns.
Wow.
A few other things.
Ferns.
In there.
Oh, ferns.
Fernwood.
Boston fern.
And of course, we're waiting with bated breath. At least Milton and I are for
we're
the
bated.
Whopper begonias too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I got in this week that we haven't discussed because they're kind of on the short side, but that's still okay to plant. Mexican bird of paradise.
Oh yes. We had 2 people ask already today.
Well, there's a good 100 of them over.
Well, I didn't know where they were, but Mary did immediately. She knew right where it was, so help out this gentleman and this young lady on them. But it is. We expected it to be more of a warm weather plant, but if you get them in the ground now,
be that much further along.
Yeah.
This is, it's 85 in the afternoon is kind of warm.
Well, they do like it hot.
Oh no, it's burr. It's cold. This 85. We should be expecting 100, 105.
Oh, don't even say that, Mark.
It's soon to come. Let's not make it happen any faster.
Let's not wish it on us.
Let's not. Yeah, let's just enjoy this. And then I saw all the when you come walking up from the back, all the fruit trees and stuff. I'm trying to see. Let's see. Is there any of the fruit trees on sale? There must be. Right?
I believe so. Peaches, pears, plums, and apples.
Peaches, pears, plums, and apples.
Do we have any of the small? Was it peaches? Dwarf peaches?
Dwarf
or patio?
bonanza peach, and I'd have to go look because I know we went from
those were really, really nice. I mean, there were
30 of them to 5 of them last weekend, and I'm not sure if there's any left.
About 3 feet tall, 3.5, and they're just in bloom, and they just look so pretty.
Oh, you talked about the hybrid roses.
Yep, those came in.
Yes, this new spring shipment has arrived. What are you proud of?
All of them.
Okay.
If you just look out that direction, it's like a sea of color. Now, they came in bud.
Oh, okay.
They are all starting to kick their little blooms off right now.
Okay. Should I ask Trace about my knockout? Are the knockouts here looking like a knockout? Because I see them all around town.
We have a handful.
Okay.
And how about your Lady Banks rose?
Oh, okay.
We still have some, but we had to move them over to where the vines were at, so we had room for the rest of the hybrids.
Well, and we mentioned the fact that some of those roses are like Belinda's Dream and Grandma's Yellow and Mrs. Dudley Cross that you had, and I think you still have some are blooming up a storm now, too, out in the gardens if folks got them planted.
You want to talk about the 1959 on sale in the 40-pound bag?
For sale, yes.
Oh, it's for sale. You're right.
For sale, regular price.
Yep.
But our regular price is still better than everybody else's normal price.
Okay.
So it's made specific for our area.
Yep. Oh, tell me what that means.
So we went with some ideas from the Extension Service, and then we tried to improve upon it. So the 19 is half of that is fast release, and half of it is slow release. So they put a sulfur coating on it, so every time it gets wet, sulfur coating breaks down, then eventually releases the nitrogen. 76. Oh, I missed the most important fact.
Oh, what?
Iron.
Yeah, yep. I was going to say, wait a minute, you missed it.
Most fertilizers don't have any iron in them nowadays. A decent fertilizer has 1%. A exceptional fertilizer has 2%. And we had 4 put in ours.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at 7,600 square foot per bag. So exceptional coverage for a reasonable price.
There you go.
And works for the lawn. And, of course, we'll be fertilizing the lawn. Most lawns will be ready for fertilization about May 1st after they've been mowed twice. Real grass has been mowed twice. But they also, that 1959 is also a wonderful fertilizer for the vegetable garden, the flower garden, and even your trees.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It has directions on the bag for all the above.
Yeah. Okay.
And when you look at a fertilizer in terms of whether it's a good value or not, how useful it is, all those things Trace mentioned, the 50% nitrogen. And just look at that, the 19% nitrogen is very high nitrogen. And usually that's one of the ways that we judge whether a fertilizer is a good bargain or not is how much nitrogen you're paying for. That's usually what you're buying in a fertilizer.
Okay. I'm just trying to see with the little time we have left. The hanging baskets, too. They're still on sale.
Asparagus fern, yes.
Ooh, okay.
And there'll be more of those coming on that truck out of Florida, too.
Oh, good. Okay. Yep. And then on, I guess, next week, we have, is that right? Yep. We got the blood drive.
Yeah, I heard that.
And we have the Lions Club will be here.
We know you got it in you. Come on down.
Up. Yep. Hop. All right. All right, let's see what else goes on. 210-308-8867. But we're just about out of time.
By the way, I donated some eyeglasses.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you had an armful of them come in. Where are they supposed to go?
Yeah.
Oh, we have a...
Tell us what that means.
So the Lions Club, they do a program where they will take everybody's older glasses that have no use to them anymore.
Right.
And they will get the prescription, they'll figure it all out, and they will get them to people in need. So sometimes that's Central America, where people can't afford it. And I think it's a wonderful thing that they do.
We'll see if they'll visit with us again, because the stories are absolutely incredible. But you can come here, and the screenings are going on, so kids are kids at heart, pretty much.
But you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to be.
You don't have to have any of that done, and just every time you clean out a drawer with old glasses, we've always got that thing up where you can bring them.
Which is what I did. There's a big box. Where's the big box? Because I had to ask 3 people.
No, it's
after Trace told me exactly where it was.
All right, we'll talk about that more tomorrow and answer more of your gardening questions. So give us a call tomorrow, and we'll talk to you then. I'm Milton Glueck. On behalf of everybody here, thanks to Al for doing a great job, and thanks to you for listening on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.